Hello everyone and welcome to the Open Pakistan webinar series. The Open Pakistan webinar series is an initiative of the Open Program for Pakistan. These programs provide professional development opportunities to English language teachers and learners from all across Pakistan. These programs are fully funded by the Regional English Language Office RELO at the US Embassy Islamabad. In Pakistan, Evolution is the local implementing partner. These programs include Open Global Online courses, Massive Open Online courses, webinar series, and then engaging the alumni into different fruitful activities. If you wish to stay updated about Relo Pakistan and its opportunities, you can visit www.facebook.com/Relo Pakistan. You can also subscribe to Relo Pakistan YouTube channel. If you wish to stay updated about Open Program and its opportunities, you can visit www.evolution.com.pk/open programs. Under the series of 6, today we are broadcasting our last webinar, that is 6.10, and the topic for our webinar is using the Monster Book to improve English language abilities. And for that, the presenter we have is Barira Abrijo. Barira Abrijo is an ELT professional and English Works alumna. She has done Masters of Studies in English Linguistics from Mehran University of Engineering and Technology from Jamshoro. Currently, she is working as a visiting lecturer at ISRA University, Hyderabad. Apart from that, she is associated as an English language instructor with English Works program funded by RELO Pakistan. She continued to take part in different professional programs offered by RELO Pakistan. She has completed MOOCs using educational technology in English language classroom in 2020. She also got the opportunity to participate in the TESOL virtual conference 2020 and also she participated in the TESOL Elevate Conference 2021. She has remained as a mentee in eTeacher Open Mentorship Program offered by the Regional English Language Office. Moreover, she has also remained as an English language instructor in Access Micro Scholarship Program. Her areas of interest are research and reading books. She has also got a chance to get her research paper published in one of the international journals, that is Advances in Language and Literary Studies. So today's webinar will enable the participants to discover language games and activities for implementing in ESL classrooms, to understand the importance of the Monster Book for making language classroom more engaging. Last but not the least, to learn the tips and tricks from book to make language classroom more interactive and productive. So without any delay, I would like to welcome Barira to present our webinar. It's all over to you, Barira.
Everyone, this is me Barira Abrejo, and today I will be talking about the Monster Book and its usage in English language classrooms. So let's get started. The topic of today's webinar is using the Monster Book to improve English language abilities. So let's talk about the Monster Book first, that what is the Monster Book actually? The Monster Book is a collection of over 150 activities which intends to engage students in language learning. It helps in practicing the 4 skills and other elements of language such as grammar, vocabulary, critical thinking, and culture. The activities are organized into 16 sections, and the table of contents includes descriptive icons to further illustrate the scope and flexibility of each activity. Now here the question arises that from where you can download the Monster Book in the PDF version. So this is one of the great websites that's American English. Here you can get this book in the PDF version. So this is the link of the website. Now simply you need to open this link. You need to go to this website. Let me show you how you can download this PDF version there. Okay, so when you open this website, it will look like this. Now here you will get multiple resources related to language teaching and learning as well as the professional development. Now here you can see this option, resources and programs. Here you will find amazing and multiple resources for your language classrooms and for your professional enhancement as well. So see the very first option, it says teaching the 4 skills. Here you will get interesting and engaging activities related to these 4 skills. Let me show you. So see, here you can see there are a lot of activities available for the speaking skill. Here you can see multiple activities are available for reading skills, writing skills, as well as listening skills. And you will also get the option of webinars in this resources and programs. You can see, let's say, a list of or multiple webinars here. And here you can see this option as well, MOOCs. So this website also provides you MOOCs, massive open online courses. Let me show you how many MOOCs are available and how you can get access towards these MOOCs. So you need to simply click on this link. It will open in another tab. And here you will get a list of MOOCs available for language teachers. So see, this is the very first MOOC here, English for Tourism Professionals. And the details are also mentioned, that like the brief description is also mentioned here. And it opens on 6th of July. The course starts August 9 and the course will end on September 27th. So like this is the link to get yourself enrolled in this MOOC. Now here we can see this is another MOOC, English for Science, Technology and Mathematics. This is the third one, Professional Development for Teacher Trainers. So you can see a list of MOOCs and interesting MOOCs are available here for English teachers. Now, let's explore this website further. Okay, now you can see this option as well, English Teaching Forum. So this is the magazine actually. So when you click on this option about, here you can read about this magazine. So it says, English Teaching Forum is a quarterly journal supporting the teaching of English around the world through the publication of innovative practical ideas. It is published by the US Department of State. Over 60,000 copies of the magazine are distributed in more than 100 countries. We welcome submissions from English language teachers around the world. Most of the authors published in English Teaching Forum and Classroom Teachers. So here you can get this magazine in a PDF version as well. When you click on this option, current issue, so here you will get the option for downloading. Now here you can see text PDF. So by simply clicking on this, you will be able to download this magazine in the PDF form. Okay, so this was just a brief tour of this website. Now let's talk about the Monster book in detail. So how you can get this book here? Now you can see the search bar. So here you are going to write Monster book and then click on search. So when you click on the search, this page will appear. Now here you can see the very first link. It's about the Monster book. So we need to click on this and it will look like this. Now here you can see the options for downloading. Okay, now this is really the interesting part regarding this thing. Now you can see there are the options available for downloading this book into parts. Like if somebody wants to download it part 1 or let's say part 2 only. So like these options are also available. But I'm going to download the complete book. So I'm going to click on this option and it will open in another tab. So normally it takes few seconds. All right, so here we go. Now here you can see the option for downloading this one. So this is the cover page of the book, which I really like. As you can see, this is really colorful. Okay, so let's have a look on table of contents first and 16 sections of interactive activities. As I mentioned earlier, that this book has 16 sections and those 16 sections are divided into multiple and the interactive activities. So let's explore the table of contents and afterwards I will be also talking about some of the activities in detail from the book. So when you scroll it down, first of all, it will show you the introduction. This is the introduction about the book. And here you will get the table of contents. Now, as you can see, the table of contents is divided into 5 different columns. The first one is about the page number. The second column is about activity name. And in the third one, we will get the levels like beginner, intermediate, and advanced. And the fourth column is about language skills. For example, listening, speaking, reading, and writing. And the fifth column talks about the practice, like what sort of practice students are going to do in particular activity. So here you can see G is for grammar, vocabulary, critical thinking, kinesthetic, and tactile. So let me show you the 16 sections first. Here you can see the first one is about reading. Now these are the multiple activities available in the first section. The second section is about listening skill activities. Again, here we will find number of activities related to listening. And the third section is about music activities. Fourth one is about speaking skills. In the fifth one, we will get activities related to storytelling, which always create fun in the classrooms. And in the sixth section, we will find the activities related to drama. Seventh one is about reading skills. Eighth section is about vocabulary. Ninth section is about writing skills, critical thinking. 11th is games. 12th section, here we will get interactive activities, or we can call them energizers or the icebreaker activities. The 13th section is about pictures. Okay, the 14th is about large classes. Like most of the teachers always find it challenging to manage activities or to engage all the students in large classrooms. So here in this resource, teachers can get activities for the large classrooms as well. 15th section is about culture-based activities, and the last section is about scaffolding. So this is the table of the content of the monster book. Okay, now as you can see these icons in this book, which is again the interesting part, and it really helps in identifying the activities for the language teaching. Now you can see different icons are available for different skills as well as practice. Like these headphones, it represents the listening skills. Mic represents speaking, book reading, and this pencil is representing writing skills. As well as we have a lot of icons available for this practice column as well. Now, it really helps teachers in identifying activities in a quick way. For example, if teacher is looking for speaking and listening activity for the language classroom, so by just looking at the table of content, he or she can get the activity quickly by just looking on these icons. For example, if we talk about listening and speaking activity only, so by looking at these icons, we will come to know that, okay, this activity will focus only on these two particular skills. As you can see, this the second activity in the first section, roll call or attendance. Here you can see the icons that this activity focuses on listening and speaking skill only. And here students will be able to practice vocabulary, and it also focuses on tactile. If teacher wants to integrate all the 4 language skills in the language classroom, then again, teacher can get that activity by looking at these icons. Now, let's explore this activity in detail. Find someone who. Now, it's on page number 8, and this activity will focus on these 4 skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. And here in this activity, students will be able to practice grammar as well as vocabulary. And yes, it also focuses on kinesthetic. So let's go to the page number 8 and let me show you this activity in detail, that how it looks like and what sort of details are mentioned in this activity. Okay, so as I just showed you the table of contents, and here we just come to know about that activities are designed according to level of learners, and each section has multiple activities, and all the 4 skills are mentioned in each activity. So now let's explore the interesting or the engaging activities of the book in detail. Okay, so let's talk about this activity first. It says find someone who, and as you can see in this box, it is mentioned that this activity focuses on all the 4 language skills. Here you can see this activity focuses on listening, speaking, reading, and writing. And here students will be able to practice grammar, vocabulary, and it also focuses on kinesthetic. So you can see that this brief introduction is mentioned about the activity first, and then here we will get the description related to preparation, that what sort of material teacher will be needed, and how she or he can prepare student for this activity. And here you can see the procedure is also mentioned as well as variation. So let's read the brief introduction about the activity first. It says, this is an oral activity that gets students out of their seats and talking to each other. The goal is to find someone in the class who can answer a given survey question affirmatively. It is commonly used as an icebreaker, but is also a good way to practice particular grammar forms and, of course, to practice speaking. Now, let's quickly read the preparation, that how a teacher can prepare students for this activity. It says a list of 10 to 20 questions teacher or student generated is needed to start. These questions should be related to the characteristics and experiences of the particular class. For example, do you speak more than 2 languages, or have you ever traveled by plane? Now, these are just examples. Teacher can add as many questions as she can in this activity. All students are given the handout with these questions on it. It may be useful to go over the questions with the students to prepare them with pronunciation or vocabulary. These could be some sort of prize. There could be some sort of prize for whoever finishes first. Now let's read the procedure. So it says students are instructed to walk around the room and find one classmate to respond positively to each question on the list. The students ask any of the questions to a classmate. The questions need not to be asked in any particular order. The students are allowed to ask only 1 or 2 questions of the same person. The students must actually ask the question and not just point to the question to the handout. If the student being asked can answer in the affirmative, the interviewer writes the interviewee's name next to that question. If the interviewee answers negatively, then nothing is written down and the interviewer will need to look for someone else who might be able to answer affirmatively. More advanced students can be instructed to ask follow-up questions. So see, a list of procedures is also mentioned, and it really helps teacher in preparing the activity for his or her classroom. Now, as you can see, the variations part is also mentioned in this resource book. Like we will find the variation in each activity, and it also helps teacher in and doing some sort of variations in the particular activity. And here you can see A list of questions is also available. Now again, it's up to the teacher. He or she can add as many questions as they can. Now let's explore another activity. All right, now let's talk about another activity in detail. Let me show you another activity and its procedure. So we are going to talk about this in detail now. It says object-based storytelling, and it's in fifth section, which is storytelling. And as you can see, it's mentioned here, it's on page number 75. So let's go to the page number 75 and let's have a look on this activity in detail. Okay, so here we go. Object-based storytelling. Now, here you can see the brief introduction is mentioned first, and then we will get the preparation, procedure, and at the end, we will get variations. So let's read the introduction part quickly. It says, this storytelling activity uses small, commonly found objects to trigger stories and get creative language use, integrating the objects spontaneously. Preparation. Collect approximately as many small objects as you have students in your class and place them in a box or a bag. Items such as the toy car, doll, game pieces, spoon, comb, ring, button, bobby pin, piece of candy, bell, eraser, etc. will work well. So see, in the preparation part, it tells us that what sort of material or what sort of things teacher will be needing in executing this activity. Now let's read the procedure, what it says. So in the very first point, it says that for the first time, model the activity by choosing 5 objects from the box of objects. For example, a car, a spoon, a doll, a banana, or a monkey, and a monkey. Then tell the learners an impromptu story, which might go like this. So it is very important to always give a kind of demo to the students in order to give them the better idea about the activity. So let's read this. This is just an example, okay? So it says, a long time ago, a doll was walking along a road carrying a spoon and a banana. A fast car passed by. She was scared. She dropped the banana and spoon and ran into the trees. When she came back, she saw the monkey eating the banana with the spoon. She laughed at the monkey and took him home. A story this simple will give the students confidence that they can tell a story too. Now, the second step is divide learners into groups of 3 to 5. Now, again, it's up to the teacher, like he or she can do the modifications in the activity. They can arrange students into 2 or 4, maybe. It depends on the number of students this teacher has in the classroom. The third part says distribute 4 or 5 objects to each group or have them each in the bag to select. Have each group make up a story that includes all of their objects. After the groups create stories, have each group tell its story to another group or to the whole class. Now, let's have a quick look at the last part, which says variations. Now here you can see 4 different variations are mentioned, which like teacher can implement in while executing this activity. So the very first variation says, have learners collect small objects to donate to the class over time. They do not need to know what they will be used for, but when there are enough and it is appropriate, use the activity. Let's read the third one quickly. Have groups tell their story without using the name of the object, but they need to weave the description of the object into the story. The other students guess what the 4 or 5 objects are in the story. So like different variations are also mentioned in each activity, which helps teacher in integrating the activity in an interactive or engaging way. All right, so I have just showed you the table of content and two activities from the book in detail. So as I just mentioned earlier that this book has total 150 activities, and those 150 activities are divided into 16 sections. And it is one of the great resources that teacher can use in his or her language classroom. So if you're looking for interesting and engaging activities for your language classroom, you can incorporate this resource in your language classroom as well. Okay, so actually I have remained a participant in this whole Elevate conference, which was from 26th of July till 30th July. And I attended session on the usage of Monster Book. So I got this idea from that conference actually, and I found that resource interesting and very useful for the language classroom. I hope you have found this webinar useful and informative, and I'm pretty sure that you will also use this resource book in your language classroom. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Barira, for such an engaging and effective webinar. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please feel free to write us on open@evolution.com.pk. Till then, happy teaching and learning. Thank you.